Big announcement today. Later today, the Federal Reserve will announce if plans to cut interest rates again this month after lowering rates 3 times last year. We're going to figure out what they decide today. The Reserve will have to make its decision ahead of a possible government shutdown and as President Trump pressures Fed Chair Jerome Powell to lower them once more. NewsNation's Alicia Nieves is on Wall Street with the latest for us. Alicia, good morning to you. How likely is it that the Fed cuts those interest rates this week?
Hey, good morning, Markie. Yeah, I mean, a lot of eyes on this, certainly here on Wall Street, right? This is going to be the Fed's first rate decision of 2026, so that's garnering attention in of itself. But I mentioned a lot of eyes on Wall Street on it. Those who are in the know, who are watching this, really know there's little to no chance that we actually get a rate cut decision or actually get a rate cut today. The reality is a lot of people are going to be paying closer attention at 2:30 when Fed Chair Powell speaks on maybe signaling future rate cuts. CME FedWatch tool, which really is the gold standard for predicting the probability of rate cut, right now showing less than 3% shot that we get one today, really more of a 97% chance that the Fed keeps rates where they're at right now and holds this wait-and-see posture. And that would end the streak of rate cuts that we got last year, right? 3 in all, bringing rates down almost by a full percentage point. So what we saw and what we're probably going to see today is markets pricing in some disappointment around the likelihood of a lack of cuts. And that's why we saw markets yesterday closing a bit mixed, a Dow lower by about 0.8%.
There hasn't been enough movement in the last month or so for them to make any material change right now. Even though Trump definitely wants interest rates far lower than they are now, the Fed is using data to back that up.
Yeah, so one of the key pieces of data that the Fed is using is inflation data from PCE to CPI, and it shows inflation is moderating, but still 2.7% higher than the Fed would like to see. And the reality is any rate cut potentially only fans inflation further. So as I mentioned a moment ago, 2:30 really going to be the time where a lot of people are going to watch what Fed Chair Powell says about the next time we actually could get a rate cut. The next chance of that more likely going to be in March and then potentially even June, Markie.
Yeah, all eyes on him today and what that decision is. Alicia, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.